I have got one of the Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette 20, whoa, you can't even see that. That's the box to the palette. But one of the 28 shade eyeshadow palettes from Natasha Denona. This one is the green brown palette. Right here, we'll get into that in a minute. Beautylish did like an early access type email thing on Thursday, I think at noon. And I was going back and forth. Should I get them both? Should I get one? Should I get the other? And then I ended up getting both of them. So if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know if you want me to do one on the blue and the purple blue palette as well, because I'll do that for you guys with swatches and a look and stuff, which I did do a look with this palette, which is on my eyes today. And I did do a Natasha Denona video a couple weeks back. I had purchased some of her products months ago off the Natasha Denona website, and the one thing that I really wanted to try more of, because I only bought one of her quints, were the eyeshadows. And in that video I had said that I had wanted to try more of her eyeshadows to get a better feel for them, because the colors in that palette, I got the O2 palette, I believe it's called, the shades are stunning, but they were messy and I had fallout with them, and I really wanted to try more of the eyeshadows, so I picked up both of them. I'm going to go into the green brown palette today. Now Beautylish is sold out of these palettes, or they're not released yet until mid-February. Only people who signed up for the access with the email was able to purchase them, but you can purchase them off the Natasha Denona website, as well as singles and some of her quads and stuff like that. But Beautylish is going to have them mid-February. Now these are expensive eyeshadow palettes. There are 28 shades, and these are the full-size eyeshadows, and each shade is 0.08 ounces a piece, which is a good amount of product in there. This was $239, and that's like whoa. But if you break them down singly for what she sells them for on the website, you're really getting a bang for your buck in a palette wise. If you do like the shadow formula, you'll save a lot more with a palette like this than as opposed to buying them either in the quints or the singles. I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the formula of these, and I feel the same way about the formula in this particular palette as I did in my previous video with the 02 palette. The colors are so beautiful. So they're rich. They're really intense, rich shades, and they're gorgeous. However, they can be messy. And these really shiny shades right here, there's a couple of them. I believe they're called the metallic shades. I do get fallout with them. Unless I dampen my brush and use them wet, like with Fix Plus or something like that, I will get fallout with those shades. And the shades in general can be a little messy. But other than being messy and fallout prone, the colors are beautiful. They perform very, very well on the eyes. They blend beautiful. The pigmentation is really rich, and the shades are intense. Now that I have more of the shades in my hands, I can tell you that I do really like the eyeshadows. You just have to be careful with application on some of the shades that can be, you know, fallout prone, because essentially some of these are so intense that it's almost like they're a pressed pigment. And if you weigh using a loose pigment with, you know, one of like these shades, I guess you're better off this way. It's less messy than using a loose pigment, at least. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in and give you guys swatches of these and also read off what shade is. So if you want, there's a particular shade that you wanted, they do sell them in singles. So here's the packaging. It's white with an embossed Natasha Denona. It's almost like a plastic vinyl covering, and then the inside right here is it's a squishy type of a foam. I do kind of like the packaging. It feels more substantial than her quads does. And then when you open it up, you do have a mirror. It's magnetized. And this, I do like that, because I never use the mirrors in palettes anyway, so I like that this flips all the way back so I can hold it like that. And there is a plastic, there's a plastic sheet on here as well, which I think it's perforated. Yeah, it's perforated if you wanted to take it off. And then here are your shadows. I'm going to do 2 shades at a time. We'll go with this one is 20M True Gold. And then the next one is 14M Antiqued Olive. Antique Olive. So there's True Gold and Antique Olive. Then we've got 10M Aluminum and 15M Bottle Green. These shadows actually kind of remind me of the Ardency Inn formula, the Manuka Honey formula. That's kind of what these remind me of. So there you've got Aluminum, which is 10M, and 15M Bottle Green. Then you've got 16M Emerald Green and 58V Suede. So here's Emerald Green, 16M, and 58V Suede. Then you've got 58P Satin Tan, which is this guy, and then 43P Smoky Quartz is this one. So you've got Satin Tan and Smoky Quartz. Satin Tan and Smoky Quartz. Next up is 18M Glam Green. And then next to that is 45M Industrial. I'm sorry, I'm still battling a cold if I'm sniffling, but. So here's Glam Green, and here is Industrial. There's 21S Cream and 57V Flamingo. So here's Cream, and here is Flamingo. Then you've got 64V Shell and 78M Umber. So here is Shell, which is 64V, and 78M, which is Umber, U-M-B-E-R. Now we've got 44M and 08V Tropic. 44M is called Indian Gold. So here's Indian Gold, and then here is 08V Tropic. Oh, this color, oh my word. This one is 17M Cloudy Blue, and this one is 86P Golden Aquamarine. You've got Cloudy Blue and Golden Aquamarine. This one is 85P Pinija, P-I-N-I-J-A, 85P. And then this one is 59M Moonstone. So here's Pinija, and here's Moonstone. This next one is 75S Skin. And then over here we've got 61P Ochre. So here's Skin and here's Ochre. Skin and Ochre. Next up is 50M Sienna. And then you've got 68M Golden Flesh. So here's Sienna and here's Golden Flesh. Sienna and Golden Flesh. Whoa. Then we have 31M Cool Bronze and 62S Terracotta. So here's Cool Bronze and here's Terracotta. And then the last two are 88V Arizona and 90V Sandstorm. And both of these are matte. So you've got Arizona and Sandstorm. Real quick to show you guys the only mattes that are in here, you've got this guy right here, which is 64V Shell, And then you've got these two down here, which is 88V Arizona and 90V Sandstorm. So there are only 3 true matte eyeshadows in this palette. This is the first time I swatched all of the shades, and the intensity is what really gets me. Some of these shadows are so rich, but keep in mind they're messy. They are messy eyeshadows, but they perform really great on the eyes. So if you're a matte eyeshadow lover, there's only 3 mattes in here. And like, I knew that going in, and I really like these super shiny shades on the lid. So that was my intention, was to have these kind of sounds kind of funny to have like a 28 shade, you know, lid palette. But I have a Makeup Forever matte palette that I plan on pairing with this probably quite a bit. Although using these 2 shades, and then I use this guy underneath the brow, which has got a little bit of a satin feel to it. It's not matte, but it did the job for underneath the brow. I was able to get a nice look, like matte type of a look, I guess, with these 2 shades right here. Another thing to make note of is these really shiny shades, they'll transfer. Like, if you can see here, they've really transferred up through the crease. It's because there's oil in these. I believe it's sunflower. Yeah, there's sunflower oil and also jojoba oil in these. So that's kind of how they get that rich, intense creaminess with them. Because I have hooded eyes, I normally do get transferring with almost any shimmery shade that I put on the lid. Because once I go like this, you know, this skin goes down over the top of that shiny part. So I normally get transferring. I can tell because I didn't put these on too long ago. They've transferred a lot since I first put them on. So now if you're interested in seeing these eyeshadows perform in the look that's on my eyes, you can hang tight and we'll get into it right now. I already went ahead and primed my lids from the lash line to up underneath the brow with, I just used the white today, the NYX eyeshadow base in number 1. Using a Goss number 18 brush, I'm going to go into the shade 50M Sienna. And I'm going to pack this guy on the lid, on the center of the lid mainly. And definitely tap my brush off with that. I've got some fallout here. Using the side of that same brush, I'm going to go into this shade, which is 20M True Gold. I'm just going to use the side of that and put that in front here. Kind of overlap them a bit. Now on a Chikuhodo GSN 9, I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called 88V Arizona. And I'm going to put that guy through the crease. And that's one of the matte shades in here. Then using a Hakuhodo J5523 brush, I'm going to go into this color, which is also a matte. It's called 90V Sandstorm. And I'm going to start blending out this crease. Then using a Goss number 3 brush, I'm going to go into this color right here, which is called 57V Flamingo. And I'm going to put that underneath the brow. It appears to be kind of a satin matte shade. With a Hakuhodo J5533, I'm going to go back into that Sandstorm shade, just a dash, not a lot, and feather this through here very lightly. So there's the eyeshadow done. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eye makeup, and I'll be right back to put on some lips for you guys. For lips, I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in the shade. What shade is this? This is Pink Venus. I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with this. Then I'm going to go ahead and fill them in with a MAC Patent Polish Lip Pencil, and this is in the shade Revved Up. And really kind of mush it into the lip liner. So there's the overall finished look using the Natasha Denona Green Brown eyeshadow palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to wear sunscreen, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!